If you beat a fighter after they've already passed their peak, it doesn't hold the same weight. You get what I'm saying? It's not that I'm saying Floyd isn't a great fighter. He is. But I can't put him above guys who took on the toughest challenges when the timing was right, when their opponents were still at their absolute best. When I match fighters up in my mind against equal competition, I just don't see Floyd being able to beat Sugar Ray Leonard. And I'm telling you now, Floyd isn't nearly as mean as Sugar was in the ring. You think Floyd could have handled him? Oh. How would he keep Sugar off him? Sugar was a dog, man. Don't let the name fool you. Just because his name's Sugar doesn't mean he was sweet. This whole back and forth, I don't know if it's orchestrated or just genuine tension, but one thing's for sure, not everyone belongs in the same ring as Floyd Mayweather. Roy Jones Jr. didn't hold back when talking about Floyd. Stephen A. Smith even seemed a little shocked by how strongly Roy came at him. Roy basically said that Floyd's perfect record looks good on paper, but in reality, it was built on facing big-name fighters who were no longer at their peak. In Roy's eyes, Floyd avoided fighting truly dangerous opponents in their prime. Instead, he played it safe, more about protecting the zero than proving himself against the absolute best. Sugar Ray Leonard himself once said he believed he would beat Floyd. And Roy agrees. When he talks about the greats, he points out that for most of boxing history, the majority of the top fighters were black, and they fought each other in their primes. Nowadays, you've got Eastern European fighters rising up and making waves, but the principle is the same. True greatness comes from beating the best at their best. Sugar Ray fought and beat Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, twice, and Roberto Duran, all in their prime. When he fought Hearns, both were undefeated. He didn't wait until Hearns had been beaten or was past his peak. That's the difference Roy sees. So it's not that Roy thinks Floyd isn't great. He just can't put him ahead of guys who took risks against prime competition. Equal opposition is the real measuring stick. That's why he brings up Terence Crawford. Crawford's been around for years, but Floyd never called him out. He fought a young Canelo Alvarez, sure, but where was that same energy for Crawford? Roy says Floyd got upset because he mentioned this on a podcast. Floyd fired back by posting videos of Roy getting knocked out late in his career, trying to clown him. But Roy's response? Those knockouts were still more exciting than anything in Floyd's highlight reel. He doesn't dodge fights, never has. Even now, at his age, Roy says if Floyd wants it, he's ready. Stephen A. Smith, on the other hand, praises Floyd's greatness, pointing to his fight against a young, dangerous Canelo. Floyd came into that fight with a hand injury, something most fighters would never risk, but still dominated. For Stephen, it was proof of Floyd's unmatched skill, composure, and ring IQ. He tells a story about Floyd predicting exactly how the fight would go, breaking down Canelo's style, and executing his plan perfectly. That kind of mental sharpness is rare. Stephen also points out Floyd's exhibition fights, fun for the fans, like the one against Conor McGregor, but says those sideshows don't mean much compared to real fights. Roy's criticism runs deeper than just personal dislike. He believes Floyd's career strategy was about business first, greatness second. Roy says Floyd perfected the art of fighting big names at the perfect time, usually when they were just past their peak. It made Floyd a lot of money, but it wasn't the same as facing them when the danger was highest. Roy's problem with Floyd really intensified when Floyd claimed he was better than Muhammad Ali. For Roy, Ali isn't just a fighter, he's the man who paved the way for everyone else. To hear Floyd say he's greater than Ali was disrespectful. And Roy wasn't alone. Mike Tyson called Floyd out for the same thing. Clarissa Shields, one of boxing's modern champions, has stepped into the debate too. She says the only way to settle this is for Floyd and Roy to fight. While she respects Floyd's skills, she believes facing someone like Roy, who's proven himself across multiple weight classes, would finally put Floyd's legacy to the ultimate test. For her, talk is talk. Greatness has to be proven in the ring. Some fans see the beef as unnecessary. Others say beef is beef, fighters have egos, and sometimes it boils over. When Floyd posted clips of Roy's knockout losses, it took things to another level. Roy didn't brush it off. He pushed for a real fight, not an exhibition. No special rules, no safe play, just two legends meeting in the middle. This potential showdown has lit up the boxing world. It's more than just who's faster or who hits harder, it's about legacy. Floyd supporters point to his perfect record, defensive brilliance, and boxing IQ. Roy's fans say he was the more naturally gifted fighter, unafraid to take risks and fight bigger men. Everyone has a prediction, and the debate isn't slowing down. Some people, even lifelong Floyd critics, admit they'd root for him in a fight with Roy simply because of personal ties or loyalty. But at the core of this feud is something real: two men with entirely different approaches to boxing, clashing over what defines true greatness. Floyd's brand has always been about being the best ever. Roy's legacy is built on taking on anyone, anywhere, at any time. If this fight ever happens, it won't just be about who wins. It'll be about whose vision of greatness stands the test. The conversation around Floyd, money, Mayweather has never been quiet. His record, untouched. His business sense, legendary. But when it comes to where he truly sits in boxing history, that's where things get heated. And now, that fire is burning hotter than ever, because Roy Jones Jr., one of the most gifted fighters the sport has ever seen, isn't holding back. He's not just questioning Floyd's place among the greats. He's challenging the very foundation of it. Roy's words aren't casual jabs. They're heavy shots aimed right at Mayweather's legacy. And in the fight game, shots like that always get a response. Roy's central argument: if you beat a fighter after they've already passed their prime, it doesn't mean the same thing, Roy says, locking eyes with the interviewer like a man who's been waiting years to say it. It's not disrespect for Floyd's skill. Roy openly admits Floyd is a great fighter. But for him, greatness isn't about the zero in your loss column. It's about who you fought, and when you fought them. When he compares Floyd to legends like Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy says it flat out: Mayweather wouldn't win that fight. Not in his eyes. Floyd's not as mean as Sugar, Roy declares. You think you're gonna keep him off you? Sugar was a dog. Don't let the name fool you. That's not just a compliment. It's a warning. A reminder of an era when stepping into the ring meant stepping into a storm. Stephen A. Smith's shock. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith sits across from Roy, visibly taken aback. He's covered Mayweather for decades, praised his mastery, defended his legacy. But even he admits, Roy isn't pulling these opinions out of thin air. Roy's saying what a lot of hardcore fans have whispered for years: that Floyd's record, as impressive as it is, was built through careful matchmaking. Fighting names that looked dangerous on a poster, but weren't the same men they used to be once the bell rang.